Regardless of any hardship that you may presently be needing to face, I need you to understand, God needs you to understand, the universe needs you to understand that this isn't all there is. This isn't all that will ever be. This isn't all that you will ever feel. Whatever difficulties that you are presently having to face are completely temporary. You see, God, this universe, your higher self, sees the visionary in you, sees the version of you that feels hopeful and empowered, sees the version of you that can think positively moving forward regardless of the present circumstances, sees the version of you that can think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. There's no need to assume that you're doing anything wrong right now. There's no need to assume that you're failing or that you're behind. Even if things are moving slowly, they're still moving. And this universe, your higher self, knows you are going to win. But it's just a matter of holding that assumption long enough to see it come to fruition. It's just a matter of ensuring that your mindset and that your actions are in alignment with where you want to go, with who you want to be. It's a matter of recognizing that you are the one in control of those things. But I'm hearing the phrase, no risk, no reward. And it's very interesting because we had the cards, the Forest and the Heart, come out. And I feel that that ties directly into why I'm hearing this. You see, when someone thinks about a big forest, there could be some people who are hesitant to even go in because they don't want to get lost. But then there are some people who might feel more excited about going in because they know they can find their way out again. They don't go in assuming that they're going to be lost. And they're open to what they might find. They're open to what that experience might give them. And so being that these two cards are coming out together, there's something here about asking yourself, am I really taking risks from a place of love, from my soul? Or am I taking actions from a place of fear and doubt and anxiety? Am I taking actions from a place of lack? A good example of this could be someone assuming that they're taking risks in love, that they're following their heart, right? And sometimes people wonder, well, if I was really following my heart, then why did I get hurt? But here's the thing. Our intuition is always speaking to us. It's sending signals to our body if we should do something, if we should entertain someone, if we should go somewhere. And because we've conditioned to not trust our intuition, a lot of the times we ignore it. And then we do things like blame our heart for putting us in a position that we don't want to be in. But this is where discernment is so important. And going back to the example of the forest, let's say there's a forest and there's a bunch of signs everywhere that say don't go in, there's dangerous animals here, people have gone missing, blah, blah, blah. Then that's probably not a forest that you would go into. But if you're just out in nature and you're somewhere where you know the kind of wildlife that exists there, you've done your research, or you know a lot of people go there, you know a lot of people have done it before, that is something that helps you ease your doubt and your fear. And honestly, you are meant to motivate yourself in this way. For example, if you see someone doing something that you would really love to do, instead of assuming that you can't do it, maybe ask yourself, if they can do it, why not me? If someone could take all of the steps to get to where they want to go, to accomplish something, you could do it too. The existence of someone already having what you want is just proof that you could also have that thing. It just depends on how bad you want it. It depends how much it's actually calling you. Is it something you want because other people have it and you think it's going to fill some kind of void within you? Or if it's something that you want or want to accomplish because you know that's something that you're meant to do. You know that's somewhere that you're meant to be. You know that's someone who you are meant to be. And going back to the downloads surrounding discernment while simultaneously following your heart, this can be seen plenty of times in romantic relationships. Men and women will find themselves in toxic situations again and again because they assume that they're following their heart when really they keep going back to that person who is hurting them because they're looking at that situation from the lens of scarcity, from the lens of, well, if I let this go, I'm going to be alone forever. If I let this go, I'm never going to love anyone again. If I let this go, there's no guarantee someone will come in and treat me right. And that's when they wrongly assume that it's their heart leading them astray, when really it's their fear and doubt leading them astray. Your heart, your soul, is never going to put you in a position to get hurt again and again. Of course, taking risks from your heart can sometimes mean that something doesn't go your way, or something doesn't turn out as planned, or someone does not turn out to be who you thought they were. But that's never your fault, or it's never a reflection that you deserve that. It's just something that happened. And sometimes that's all we need to see to not put ourselves in that same situation again. And sometimes the only thing that can stop us from putting ourselves in that kind of toxic situation is living through it, and then remembering how horrible you felt, remembering how you lost yourself, remembering how you put someone else above yourself. But let's see what else wants to come through. So this toaster card, it speaks of needing to get ready for a delightful surprise, needing to get ready for something that catches you off guard, but in a good way. This is something that's going to bring you much, much joy. Here we have the bouquet, which literally speaks of a gift, an offer, an invitation. It says you have a gift or invitation coming soon to brighten your day. And here's the thing, I need you to really believe this. God, the universe needs you to really believe this. Regardless of how hard things have been, it's okay to expect good things. It's okay to expect that things are going to change for the better, because things are always changing anyways. So wouldn't you rather assume that they're going to be better? And here's the thing, there's something here about repeating cycles or going back to something. And I feel that this more so has to do with your mindset right now. What thoughts do you keep going back to? What assumptions do you keep going back to about yourself and your life? Are you more focused on that which you want, or are you more focused on things going wrong? There's something here about needing to develop positive habits to introduce new patterns into your reality. And if you really want to introduce new patterns, new things, new experiences into your reality, it starts by changing what's inside. And this is something that we've heard time and time again throughout history, throughout pop culture, and from people who actually live this way. For example, Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror. If you want to make the world a better place, you better look at yourself and make the change. And with that, he wasn't saying that you are going to be the one who changes the entire world. No, you don't have to carry that kind of weight. Not right now. Perhaps you might be, but this more so is speaking to the power that you have to change your personal reality. But a big part of that comes with changing things that you have assumed are just a part of your personality. For example, and I've talked about this before, I used to assume I was a very shy person, that there was something wrong with me, that me having social anxiety was just a part of me, until I went through my own spiritual awakening, and then I was like, wow, no one else was really repeating that story to me again and again but me. And if anyone else outside of me was repeating that story, it was because I was repeating that story. But the moment that I decided, wait, I'm the one in control of this, it stopped being reflected in my reality. I can't even remember the last time someone has labeled me as someone who is shy. They'll label me as someone who is more reserved and introverted, but they know that that's the way I protect my peace. But honestly, I feel like me being discerning about who I let into my energy, who I let into my circle, has also really improved my life as well. Back then, there was probably this thing within me that I just wanted to be wanted, or I just wanted to be a part of a group, or I just wanted people to understand me, and blah, 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 all the things that is normal for a human to want. But now I understand that I prefer being valued. I prefer surrounding myself with people who actually value my presence, who feel like my presence is a gift, because everyone who I let into my life, I see their presence as a gift. And really, that's something that I've discovered about myself, that I need reciprocity in all of my relationships. If not, I don't have an issue being alone. I can find happiness and peace within myself either way. But I had to first learn how to break my codependent habits to be able to feel this comfortable saying these things now. This is just who I am. But I decided to be this. I decided to break away from the old story because the old story was boring me. The old story was not serving me. The old story was not changing my life. And now I have, new patterns and new habits to break, but it's okay because I've already been the person who breaks patterns and old stories, so I know I can do it again. And honestly, I know this is all coming through to just remind you of your power, to just remind you that whatever story you've been telling yourself, whatever patterns you've gone back to again and again, it can change in an instant. It can change whenever you decide it needs to. Real quick, let's get you some angel messages. Exactly. It's up to you. What did I just finish saying? It's up to you whether things change. Because honestly, waking up to the realization that nobody really cares about your life, that was like such a huge wake-up call to me. And that's not in like a bad way, saying that no one cares if you live or die. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about no one really cares if you go after your dreams. No one really cares if you get your heart's desires. No one is out here completely living to make sure that you do what your heart is calling you to do. And that's why it's so important to remember that it all comes back to you. Your angels, your guides, God, this universe, your higher self is there to guide you, but they're not going to do all of the work for you. They can make magic happen, but they want to see you doing your part as well. And then here we have the literal card of reciprocity that just came out. You are being called to stay open to reciprocal connections. A reciprocal connection in love, a reciprocal connection in your friendships, reciprocal connections in your family, even a reciprocal connection with God, with this universe, with your higher self. If you're only asking for help and calling out on God, on the universe, on your guides when you need something, that's not really reciprocal, is it? This is about valuing yourself, allowing yourself to be valued, and also valuing all that is. And then here we have the Eight of Wands reversed, which speaks of things slowing down, maybe feeling like you've lost momentum, maybe feeling like your energy is blocked in some ways, maybe feeling like a lot of things are taking time to align, like a lot of things are delayed. But this isn't saying no, this isn't saying nothing is gonna happen. This is just what's happening in this moment. But at any moment, everything can change. Ten of Cups. At any moment, you could be living your storybook ending. Whatever that is for you, we are all here to write our own story. If that's you having a loving relationship, a family, a successful career, getting to live a creative life, being financially free, whatever it may be, you're the one who gets to write it. And that's the beautiful thing. No one else has to approve of your story but you. If it is harmony that you want, if it is peace that you want, if it is just feeling emotionally fulfilled, it is yours. And with the Empress at the bottom of the deck, just be open to receive. Be open to receive all the goodness, all the beauty, all the peace that this world has to offer. Because you're here for a reason. And it's not to suffer. It's not to hate your life. It's not to hate the world. It's not to hate others. So that is what I have for you. I hope that you've enjoyed this reading. And as always, I wish you the very, very best. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can go ahead and click the link down below in my description. It'll take you directly to my website. Other than that, I will see you all in the next reading.